The Venice Gondolier celebrates our Indians and their long tradition of winning championships and national recognition. Athletics and academic excellence are hallmarks of the Venice Indians' winning culture. The Gondolier team enjoys a tradition of winning the Florida Press Association's top award for 8 consecutive years. Get the Gondolier and enjoy local news, sports, and our Pulitzer Prize award-winning commentary. Call to start your print and digital subscription. Get the Gondolier and go Indians!
The Indians are moving on to the district semifinal tonight to take on the Riverview Rams. Big win last night, 14-0 over the Lehigh Lightning. A perfect game, albeit a shortened game, and just 4 innings. Just an overall dominating performance from your team, Coach.
Yeah, it was nice. We got a lot of things accomplished last night. Lehigh came in here. We're not the strongest team, but what it did for us was it did allow us to, get 5 different pitchers in the game, all through an inning apiece. They all were on. They all had their good stuff, which we haven't had for a while. We've been struggling with our bullpen, but 4 different bullpen guys came in and did the job. Really nice to see Wynn. He's back now, come in, throw strikes with all 3 of his pitches. That's going to help us in the playoff run.
Yeah, and talking off air with you and I mean, that was really nice to see all of your bullpen guys come out and have all of their stuff. That's huge coming into tonight's game. Yeah, it was. We were looking for, even a guy like Yoakum, a sidearm guy, to come in and throw strikes with all his pitches. He did that. And to give up no hits, it doesn't matter who you're facing. It's a pretty special thing to give up no walks, no one getting on base. It's good for Venice High School baseball. Looking forward to, taking that into tonight against a really good Riverview baseball team. And the hope is the way John Whitney's been throwing over his last 11 1/3 has not allowed a single hit. Has been dominant. This is huge. It's Whitney against Smalley, 2 guys who know each other very well and 2 guys you know very well. What do you expect out of this matchup tonight? Yeah, it's going to be a great game. Their guy, Pip Smalley, is, the player of the year last year in this area. He's having another great year again this year. But I'll take my guys up against their team anytime. Whitney on the mound, he has been really tough. He has 3 pitches he throws for strikes. And when he's on, he's in the upper 80s, low 90s. And it's quick. It gets on a hitter very quickly. So I'm looking forward to this matchup. It's a big, big game. It's really our whole season is culminated to this one game. We've saved our pitching. We've, kept our guys rested, knowing this was the biggest possibility of the year, that we would get to the district tournament and play Riverview. So we didn't show them our guys, and we have seen their pitchers. So, hopefully it's an advantage our way. But playing at Riverview, definitely is going to help them. But I'm looking forward to the challenge. Well, the Indians fans always travel well, so we're hoping that each and every one of you within listening area can get up to STC tonight, as the game is on the campus of Suncoast Technical College. So again, Pip Smalley very well. What's the plan tonight facing the Riverview righty? Well, listen, he's got a really good fastball, and he's got even a better slider. To beat a Pip Smalley, you have to take some of those pitches. He throws a lot of sliders down and away, which are hard to lay off for a hitter. But if we can lay off those pitches, make him throw more pitches during the game, he's prone to walk guys. And when you get guys on base against him, he doesn't throw quite as well as he does when there's no one on. So I think we got to be patient as hitters, and we got to jump. We got to jump on that fastball when we see it, but lay off that slider that's down and away. So lost in last night's perfect game and 14-1 dominating win. I didn't even know is your 500th win, Coach. Congratulations. That's a huge accomplishment over an illustrious career for a Hall of Fame coach. Yeah, it is a lot of really good players, a lot of really good coaches coaching. So it's really been nice. It's been a nice career that way. I feel like we've just been showered with blessings at Venice High School with the type of player that comes here to play. They're all in. They work hard. They're very talented, and put that together with a great community, a great school. It really has been it's been a nice run, and let's hope we can get 500 more. Well, it's been an honor the last 2 years, really getting to watch it closely, and tonight let's go for 501. I'm all with you. Go Indians.
The Venice Gondolier celebrates our Indians and their long tradition of winning championships and national recognition. Athletics and academic excellence are hallmarks of the Venice Indians' winning culture. The Gondolier team enjoys a tradition of winning the Florida Press Association's top award for 8 consecutive years. Get the Gondolier and enjoy local news, sports, and our Pulitzer Prize award-winning commentary. Call to start your print and digital subscription. Get the Gondolier and go Indians!
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into tonight's broadcast live from the campus of Suncoast Technical College. It's the Riverview Rams and your Venice Indians in the district semifinal action. We've been delayed, but it's a beautiful sky now. Thanks for sticking with us here on the Venice Baseball Network. Again, big one for your Indians coming into tonight's game with a 14-12 record. Defeated Lehigh last night 14-0, an unofficial perfect game. As Cole Shoemaker, followed by Nate Winterhalter, Houston Wynn, and Simon Yoakum completely blanked the Lehigh Lightning. The Indians have won 5 in a row and are 1-2 versus Riverview this season. A 3-2 loss, 4-1 win, and then a 4-2 loss. These teams couldn't be more evenly matched. You look at the records; they are much different. The Indians 14-12, Riverview 16-8. But looking at these head-to-head in these contests, it is 8-8. 8 runs for the Indians, 8 runs for the Rams. So here we go, live from STC. This one's going to be a good one. This is a big one, as the Indians need this one to continue on. Let's take a look at your Indians lineup. Leading off is your shortstop, number 5, Merrick Houston. Batting second is the left fielder, number 6, Nick Dunn. Batting third is your starting pitcher, John Whitney. We'll talk about him here in just a moment. The cleanup man is the second baseman, number 11, Cole Shoemaker. Batting fifth is the catcher, number 14, Stephen Deans. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 4, John Embry. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 28, Trent Adrian. Batting eighth is the first baseman, number 23, Hunter Purcell. And batting ninth in center field is number 8, the Savion Casway. Jeremiah Pachota will man right field. For your Indians, Adrian is the DH for Pachota. Again, Whitney, last 11 1/3 innings, no hits. A 6 1/3 near perfect game against Palmetto last week. And then he came back on Tuesday, the 26th, 5 innings against the Fort Myers Green Wave. Didn't allow a hit, didn't allow a run, so 11 1/3, and he's facing Pip Smalley, who they know each other very, very well. Smalley is Riverview's number 1 guy. They need him to beat the Indians tonight, regardless of you look at the records, regardless of that. The Rams need Smalley to come up big for that pitching staff and for that Riverview Rams team tonight. So before we get kicked off of Facebook here, we will be right back on the Venice Baseball Network. It's a shame that they kick me off every time they hear something as beautiful as the national anthem. But here we go. Let's take a look at the Riverview defense. Playing left field's Garrett Johnson. In center field, Elijah Hurt. In right field, Cesar Silva. At third base is Cooper Backman. Your shortstop for the Rams is Chris Barr. At second base, Dylan Wilds. First base is Clay Russin. Catching is Cooper Bowditch. And again, we've talked about him a couple times tonight. On the mound is Pip Smalley, the Rams' number 1. They need him to beat the Indians tonight. So before we introduce tonight's top of the first inning sponsor, here's a message from... You're watching the 2022 FHSA Baseball District Tournament game here on Venice Indian Baseball. Rights to the broadcast of this district tournament game in the 2022 FHSA Class 7A Baseball Championship have been granted to Venice High School by the Florida High School Athletic Association and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our viewing audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Florida High School Athletic Association is prohibited. Top of the first inning sponsor is Dr. Kevin Shapley, DMD. Visit him online at shapleydmd.com. Make your appointment. Get that summer smile ready. Dr. Kevin Shapley. Call him at 941-426-0215 or make your appointment online at shapleydmd.com. Merrick Houston will lead it off for your Indians as we are finally ready to go here from STC. As Merrick, the third straight game in the leadoff spot, was the three-hole hitter for your Indians for the majority of the season after returning from that wrist injury, but in the leadoff spot has found his struggles, so hopefully he gets off that schneid tonight, as it has actually turned into a gorgeous night here in Sarasota. Checking in with Cynthia's here. Thanks, Cynthia. And Joy, as always, wherever you're watching from, let us know. This is a big one. First pitch is a fastball by Smalley for strike one. First pitch at 8:10. Good job by the Riverview staff, as that's exactly the time they said it was going to start. The 0-1 to Houston, and he lines that into right field. Right fielder's got to give chase, and that one gets down. Houston heads around first. He pulls into second. Merrick Houston with a leadoff double gets your Indians going right off the bat. Attaboy, Merrick. Put a charge into the Indians' offense. As Nick Dunn steps in. It's exactly what we needed. As he'll take that one high and tight for ball one. Camera angle couldn't get it. It was tough for me to even see. That one got down just inside the line. 1-0 count now to the freshman Dunn. Houston with a good lead at second. As he bunts down the third baseline, that's a good bunt. Smalley's got to come all the way off the mound, and Dunn is safe, nowhere to go. An infield single for Nick Dunn puts runners on the corners.
The pitcher, number 2, John Whitney.
As Whitney steps in. The cog that makes the Indians offense go. It's runners off first and third. Dunn at first, Houston at third. And Whitney will pop that one down the third baseline. Backman gives chase, but it's well out of play for strike one. Hey, Clint, thanks, buddy. Let me know if the audio's okay out there, if you're able to hear me clear enough. Anybody, just give a thumbs up in the chat. 0-1 count now to Whitney. 0-1 curve looks a bit high, but called strike two. Good frame by Bowditch. As Smalley will take off. These two know each other very well. And Coach and I talked about it in the pregame show. They almost have to play cat and mouse with each other since they know each other so well. The 0-2 swung on and missed. John Whitney's down on strikes. Nick Dunn will take off to second, so Dunn's on second base for the first out of the inning. As Cole Shoemaker steps in. Chris is watching. And Pam just in time. As Shu will step in with runners at second and third. Runners in scoring position for the cleanup man. Curveball by Smalley stays high for ball one. Shoemaker with 2 impressive innings on the mound last night. 3 Ks. And again, part of the non-traditional perfect game. And Shoemaker will ground that one down the third baseline. Can't really call it a perfect game as it did not go. It went full. It went 4.5, but most perfect games you have to, once you get to that point, you got to go 7 to be considered in the stats as a perfect game in the record books. 1-1 count now to Shoe. He'll take that one high. Count goes to 2-1. And unfortunately, I had to take the bases off tonight because of some technical limitations here at Riverview. So the visual on the screen is not as good as it normally is, but not much of a view here with the camera. The 2-0 is high, and Smalley's 1 pitch away from walking the bases loaded here. Or from walking Shoemaker to load the bases. Excuse me. 3-1 count now to Shoe. Get me over for strike 2, and the count is full. Steven Dean's on deck. The 3-2 from Smalley. Shoemaker grounds it on the third baseline. What a play. He'll come home. Houston safe. Houston safe. Shoemaker will head down to second, and he's out. Dunn stays at third. Well, the catcher missed the tag initially. Houston came back to swipe the plate. So we'll see what the argument is. But right now, the Indians have a 1-0 lead. It was a high throw from Backman. Tough for Bowditch to get the tag down. And the run stands your Indians with a 1-0 lead. Again, the throw came high. It took an extraordinary effort for Bowditch to try to get the tag down. But unfortunately, or fortunately for the Indians, the second effort from Houston got his hand across the plate, and it's 1-0. So 2 outs here for Deans. And he'll take the first one for strike 1. The 0-1 misses high, evens the count at 1-1. Dunn again off third. The 1-1 high and outside. And Cole's ahead in the count now, 2-1. The 2-1 from Smalley. Low and in the dirt, and then it goes to 3-1. 16 pitches so far in the inning for Pip. John Embry is on deck. The 3-1 curveball is right there for strike 2. So full count now, 2 away. Indians with one run on the board here in the first. Big spot for Deans. The 3-2 curve outside and low for ball 4. So runners on first and third on the corners now for John Embry. And we've got a courtesy runner. That's Fulcher going to run for Deans. For the speed-up rule, the senior Fulcher.
On the pitch run for the Indians, number 3, Jeffrey Fulcher.
So again, Dunn at third, Fulcher at first. The sophomore Embry up. And the first pitch is a curve, high and tight, but just catches the inside corner for strike one. And Embry will call time to step out. The 0-1 fastball, big swing and a miss by Embry. And Smalley's ahead in the count here, 0-2. Indians fans showed out tonight despite the weather, as we knew they would. The 0-2 from Smalley, strike three swinging. Bowditch has to pick it up. And he does. He gets it down to first base. Put out goes 2-3. And that'll do it here in the first for your Indians. One run on the board as we go to the bottom. First chance for John Whitney to face this Riverview lineup tonight. Chris Barr, Pip Smalley, and Dylan Wilds, first three up. And we'll be right back here on the Venice Baseball Network. You're watching the 2022 FHSA Baseball District Tournament game here on Venice Indian Baseball.
Including results of all tournaments in the 2022 FHSAA Baseball.
All right, so bottom of the first, Indians with one on the top. John Whitney now out to the mound, 11 and a third. No hits, no runs over his last two games for Whitney as he looks to keep that streak going against his high-powered Riverview offense. Bottom of the first is sponsored by the American Legion Novell Post 159. Check them out online at novellpost159.org. Lots of great events throughout the week, and I will tell you about them as we go forth in this inning. So Chris Barr steps in, first man up for the Rams, as he'll take that one for ball one. Everybody checking in, Lindsay and Tracy. Thanks for watching as that one is popped straight up into center field. Castaway's got to find it. And he does. He puts it away for out number one. That one's tough. Is the ceiling here is lots of different colors due to the weather patterns and cloud coverage and things like that. So he had trouble finding that one off the bat. But he puts it away They are watching down at the Legion Novell Post 159 on their TVs in both the lounges and dining room, along with, what's Tuesday? Tonight's Tuesday. I get my days all mixed up. Tomorrow night is bingo at 6 p.m., followed by Thursday, Friday, Saturday live entertainment from 6 to 9. As Smalley takes that one and lines it into left field for the first hit for the Rams tonight. And that'll bring up the second baseman, number 4, Dylan Wilds. So 3 pitches so far for Whitney. We got a runner on first. For the second baseman, Wilds. As he takes that one right on the inside corner for strike 1. Big lightning strike out there in left field. That's well far off, so we're good here. So 1 now to Wilds. Same spot, same result, and Whitney's ahead in the count 1-2. Or 0-2, excuse me. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Smalley on first. The 0-2 curveball, strike 3, swinging. Whitney's first K of the night. And there's 2 away here now for the catcher, Cooper Bowditch.
The catcher, number 9, Cooper.
Good pitch by Whitney. Not many is going to touch that. There's Clint wants to say let's go from Jackson Dye. As Whitney will check over at Smalley at first. The first pitch from Whitney is a slider down and in for ball 1. Did we get confirmation if Maff is at Sarasota?
I didn't see anybody there.
We're hoping to see. Keep an eye on the Sarasota Gulf Coast game tonight, likely in the same weather spot that we're in. They most likely started late, but we'll look it up here, see if they have any coverage tonight. As the 1-0 now goes to 2-0 to Bowditch. The 2-0 grounder right back up the middle, just past the diving glove of Shoemaker. Smalley moves up to first, or to second. Second hit of the night for the Rams. That'll bring up the third baseman, number 15, Cooper Backman. So 2 hits now for both sides. It's Backman, the 5-hole hitter for the Rams. He'll take that one on the inside corner for strike 1. Other game, Gulf Coast and Sarasota, the winner of tonight's game, will take on the winner of that game. We'll see if we can get a score update by anyone covering it. His count is now 0-1 to Backman, as he'll ground that one over to Houston at short. He'll go to second for the force, and that'll do it here in the inning for the Riverview Rams. 2 hits and no runs. We go to the top half of the second. 7-8-9, Adrian Purcell Castaway, first 3 up for the good guys, and we'll be right back here on the Venice Baseball Network. Sportsmanship is having pride in your school, your team, and yourself. Sportsmanship is respect for the game and those who play it. The Florida High School Athletic Association reminds you to take on the responsibility of good sportsmanship. Play strong, play hard, play fair. This message is provided by this station and the FHSAA. You're watching the 2022 FHSAA Baseball District Tournament game here on Venice Indian Baseball. Top of the second, sponsored to you by Gemini Apparel. Visit them online at GeminiApparel.com or call them at 941-488-7447 for anything and everything you need to make you and your business look good. It's Gemini Apparel. Thanks to the Raffanello family for being great sponsors of the Venice baseball broadcast. Top of the second here, 7-8-9 up for the good guys. Adrian Pacell and Cassaway against Smalley. Threw 21 pitches in that first inning. As Adrian will foul that one back for strike one. .22 pitches. Check that. 22 pitches in the first. The 0-1 to Adrian just misses off the plate. Count goes even at 1-1. Trying to adjust that camera just a little bit. There we go. Whoop. The 0-1, he'll take it. Count goes to 2-1. Bear with me as I adjust this camera. Try and give you a better view of the field. The 2-1, he'll look at it once again, and the count goes to 3-1. With Hunter Pacell on deck. The 3-1 from Smalley. Adrian swinging will pop that straight up into the infield. First baseman comes in, calls Smalley off and misses it. He overran it. Park straight under it. That's an E3 on the first baseman.
First baseman number 23, Hunter.
And that'll bring up Hunter Pacell. I mean, it's definitely not Smalley's ball. The first baseman is right to call him off, but if you're going to call him off, you got to make the grab. As running at first will be Billy Krause. As the speed up rule runner or courtesy runner for Adrian. So another tough break for the Rams. As Pacell takes that one inside. That one will get away from Bowditch. Krause goes up to second. The pitch was a ball. It's a wild pitch. And this is not the same Pip Smalley we saw earlier in the season against your Indians. And Coach and I talked about this. He struggled over his last couple of starts. Just seemed to kind of get tired out. So again, still early. Lots more of this one to go, but Smalley not looking like the 2021 player of the year. Trying to adjust a little more. Yeah, we'll leave it right there. Hunter Pacell, should the Indians move on tonight to the district final tomorrow, Hunter Pacell will be your starting pitcher. Most likely. No plan set in stone yet. As the 1-0 square on a button, pull it back. Count goes to 2-0. The 2-0 to Pacell. It's a good bunt down the third baseline. Krause will move up to third. Excellent bunt by Hunter Pacell to sacrifice 1-3. Krause goes to third, and there's one away for Cassaway. Yeah, Max Preps will say that because I don't think there's anybody going to update that score as we go along. So trying to find coverage. And I don't think they do have coverage. So Krause on third. First pitch misses for ball one. As that one is skied into right field. Silva will put it away. Kraus is trying to come home. The throw comes in. It gets away from Bowditch, and Kraus is safe. Indians take a 2-0 lead. The throw was there, but Bowditch couldn't handle it.
Shortstop number 5, Mark Houston.
So there's 2 outs now, but the Indians now take a 2-0 lead. What a throw by Silva. You can't put that on him. One bounce to the catcher, and Bowditch couldn't handle it. As Houston will foul that one back into the mitt of the catcher for strike 1. The 0-1 curveball is in there for strike 2. Oh, 2 misses low. Count goes to 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Top of the second. Indians with 1 on the board this inning. The 1-2. Houston will pop that one foul. And we'll stay here. The 1-2 from Smalley. Houston will pop that back up again towards the parking lot, and we'll reset. Smalley with the 1-2. Houston drives that one into right field. Cesar Silva finds it and puts it away for out number 3. Indians get 1 on the board on a wild play as Castaway hits a pop fly to right. Silva makes a beautiful throw to Bowditch. He couldn't handle it. And Kraus scores for the second Indians run. We go to the bottom half of the second. It's 6-7-8 up for the Rams. Russin, Hurt, and Johnson. We'll be right back on the Venice Baseball Network. You're watching the 2022 FHSA Baseball District Tournament game here on Venice Indian Baseball. Tonight's game in the 2022 FHSAA Class 7A Baseball Championship is sponsored by the Florida High School Athletic Association. The FHSAA is a democratic organization with a membership of more than 800 middle and senior high schools, all committed to ensuring that Florida student athletes can compete fairly and equitably in an educational environment. The Florida High School Athletic Association, building leaders through teamwork, sportsmanship, and citizenship. Back here as your Indians extend the lead to 2-0. Billy Kraus scored on a sac fly by DeSavion Castaway. Again, I can't say it enough. Cesar Silva with a beautiful throw from right, but catcher Cooper Bowditch couldn't handle it. As the first pitch comes into the first baseman, Clay Russin, for strike 1. Bottom of the second, sponsored by Venice Sports Cards and Collectibles, the newest collectible shop in Venice, the only one in Venice. Sports memorabilia, cards, Pokemon, video games, everything and more that you need for your collection. VeniceSportsCardsCollectibles.com. It's 0-2 now to Russin. The 0-2 fastball blows it right by him, swung on and missed. That's Whitney's second strikeout of the night and first out of the bottom half of the second. I'll bring up the center fielder, number 8, Elijah Hurt. As the first pitch from Whitney is fouled back for strike one. Just 12 pitches in the inning for Whitney in the first. As that one misses low for ball one, evens the count. Love seeing all the viewers in here tonight. Thanks for spending your Tuesday night with us. The 1-1 misses outside. Count goes to 2-1. 2-2-0 for your Indians, 0-2-1 for the Rams. The 2-1 from Whitney is a fastball, just catches the inside corner, and it'll even the count. As Whitney with the 2-2. Strike three, goes up the ladder to get Hurt for his second K of the inning. And there's two away for the left fielder, number 11, Garrett Johnson. Making big pitches when he needs to. I mean, that one might have been his hardest fastballs thus far tonight. As he'll get Johnson swinging on that first pitch, count goes to 0-1. The 0-1 to Johnson, and he can't even see Whitney's fastball right now as he's down 0-2. Whitney looking to strike out the side, one pitch away. The 0-2 goes up the ladder and misses. Count goes to 1-2. The 1-2 from Whitney. Strike three, and John Whitney strikes out the side here in the bottom half of the second. My goodness, he's locked in. We go to the top of the third. 2-3-4, Dunn, Whitney, and Shoemaker up for the good guys. We'll be right back here on the Venice Baseball Network. You're watching the 2022 FHSAA Baseball District Tournament game here on Venice Indian Baseball. The Florida High School Athletic Association recognizes its corporate partners who help make the FHSAA Baseball Championships possible. Team IP, the official merchandising company of the FHSAA. Gatorade Thirst Quencher. Balfour, the official supplier of championship rings for the FHSAA. Spectrum Sports, the official television partner of the FHSAA. Max Preps, official scores and statistics of the FHSAA. GoFan, official online ticket provider of the FHSAA. The NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA. And Wilson, provider of the official game ball for the 2022 FHSAA Baseball Championships. Top of the third here from STC, 2-3-4 for the good guys. Dunn, Whitney, and Shoemaker first three up with a 2-0 lead. John Whitney in that bottom half of the second struck out the side, all swinging on 12 pitches. So just 24 thus far through two. As Smalley gets done to pop that one up to the second baseman. Wilds will get under it and put it away. So one pitch, one out for Smalley. And that's the kind of start that the Rams needed here in this top half of the third. Shout out to my man Clint. Two shows for Loveland Follies Wednesday and Thursday, 6:30 to 7:30 at Venice Little Theater. Thanks, Clint and Chris, for watching live on YouTube TV. Whitney's 1 for 2 tonight. Or excuse me, 0 for 1. Smalley got him on strikes in the first. As Smalley gets Whitney swinging there, count goes to 0-2. 37 pitches for Smalley through 2. The 0-2 curveball, Whitney backs out, and the count goes to 1-2. One ball, 2 strike, 1 away here, top half of the third. The 1-2 fastball low and outside, count goes to 2-2. Indians dugout getting going. They've been loud all night. The 2-2 to Whitney, and he gets him swinging once again. Second K of the night for Whitney. And second for Smalley, as there's 2 away for Cole Shoemaker. If the Indians win, you win at Peach Wave West Villages. Indians can pull this one off tonight. You can go to Peach Wave tomorrow and get a white cup for $4.25, toppings and frozen yogurt included. You must mention network. As they had it all day today, you could go in and get your white cup, yogurt and toppings for $4.25. And you can do the same thing tomorrow if the Indians can finish this one off. Still a long way to go as the 0-1 is popped to second. Wilds will find it and put it away for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Indians here in the top half of the third. We go to the bottom, 9-1-2 for the Rams. Selva, Barr, and Smalley. We'll be right back here on the Venice Baseball Network. The district semifinal live from STC. It's the Riverview Rams, and you're watching the 2022 FHSA Baseball District Tournament game here on Venice Indian Baseball. Are you a chili cheese connoisseur? You're going to love the specials at Siesta Beach Eats. We have chili cheese fries and chili cheese dogs available at the Sand Pavilion and Sand Deck. Pair yours with a famous beverage for a fantastic beach day any day of the week. The Sand Pavilion and Sun Deck are open and ready to serve you starting at 5 till 5 p.m. That's Siesta Beach Eats, a member of the Sharkies group. Sharkies, Snookhaven, Fins at Sharkies, and Siesta Beach Eats. If you haven't been to any one of those, have you really been to Venice? As the first pitch here in the bottom half of the third misses for ball 1. The 1-0 again. Outside. Count goes to 2-0 to the 9-hole hitter for the Rams. The 2-0 is fouled back to the fence. Count goes to 2-1. First two for Whitney, 24 pitches, 16 for strikes. 4 strikeouts thus far, including 3 in a row in the second. Struck out the side. The 2-1 fastball punches him out. The count was actually 1-2. So Silva is the first strikeout looking for Whitney. He's got 4 in a row. And we flip the lineup to the shortstop, Chris Barr. We're in transition trying to figure the screen and the scoreboard out. So Barr flew out to center to lead off tonight's game. The first pitch, a fastball for strike one. Whitney just pounding that strike zone thus far. The 0-1 to Barr just misses inside. Good curveball by Whitney. Or it looked like a slider, actually. Evens the count at 1-1. And he's not wasting any time. The 1-1 curveball stays outside. And Barr's ahead in the count now, 2-1. 2-2-0 for your Indians, 0-2-1 for the Rams. The 2-1 from Whitney as that one's driven well foul down the left field line. And the distance. Barr just hooked it a bit, and the count is even now, 2-2. Finally caught up to Whitney's fastball. Whitney looks in. Deans will set up outside. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball. Strike three. Swinging. That's 5 in a row for Whitney. And 2 away here in the bottom of the third.
Pitcher, number 13, Pip Smalley.
Smalley 1 for 1 tonight. Single to center in the first. As the first pitch to Smalley misses outside. Count goes to 1-0. The 1-0 from Whitney, a slider, and Smalley can't catch up to it. It'll even the count 1-1. The 1-1 slider again. And Whitney's ahead here, 1-2. 1 strike away from striking out the side again. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the third. The 1-2 pitch. Low and in the dirt, and the count goes even now. 2-2. Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 2-2 again. Strike 3 looking. And that's 6 in a row for Whitney. 7 total. And he retires the side once again. We go to the top half of the fourth. Deans, Embry, and Adrian. You're watching a good one here for your Indians. We'll be right back on the Venice Baseball Network. You're watching the 2022 FHSA Baseball District Tournament game here on Venice Indian Baseball. Baseball fans, the best games are yet to be played. Make plans to attend the 2022 FHSAA Baseball State Championships hosted by Lee County Sports Development. The action takes place May 18th through the 25th at Hammond Stadium in Fort Myers. Come on and watch state championships crowned in all 7 classifications. For more information, visit FHSAA.com. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, call or text Jody Callen with Premier Sotheby's International Realty at 941-525-8707. In this market time, as she is the leading expert in the area at buying and selling homes, and she can put you in the right fit for you. Leading off here, the top of the fourth, Stephen Deans walked in the first for your Indians. Third inning against Smalley, as the first pitch is a fastball low for ball 1. The 1-0 misses once again. The count goes to 2-0. The 2-0 to Deans, misses again. And the count is 3-0 to the Indians catcher with John Embry on deck. Embry will have Deans will have a courtesy runner should he get on, and there it is. A 4-pitch walk to the Indians catcher. It'll likely be Fulcher, we'll see here. And just got to check in. Thanks, Fran. Hunter is watching, and Tracy once again. Scott Lockwood says hello to you, Fran, as Fulcher is the courtesy runner for Deans. As Embry steps in, John Embry struck out and was thrown out 2-3 to end the first. As the first pitch is high, and that's 5 straight balls by Smalley. One 1-0 count out of the Indians' third baseman. The 1-0 Embry lines it right back up the middle for a single. Fulcher gets up to second. So runners on first and second now for the designated hitter, Trent Adrian. Third hit of the night thus far. In the district semifinal, the winner of tonight's game advances to take on the winner of the Gulf Coast Sarasota game. It'll be either at Gulf Coast or Sarasota. Or if Riverview can win, Riverview will host it here. But for the Indians, shall the Indians win, will either travel to Naples or here to Sarasota on Thursday. As Adrian advanced in the inning on an E5, and then Billy Krause ran for him, scored on a sac fly. First pitch is bunted back for strike one. As Smalley takes a long look at Fulcher. The 0-1 is bunted right back up to the catcher. Bowditch, he'll throw down to second, and Fulcher is out at second. Got caught leaning, and that's a double play. Can't have that happen. There's now 2 away for Hunter Purcell. Embry's still on first. Fulcher's picked off 2-6. As the first pitch of Purcell is a fastball, misses again for Smalley for ball 1. Can't have that happen. As the 1-0 goes to 2-0 as Purcell looks another one in. Two-0 count of the Indians. First baseman, the 2-0. He'll swing and miss for strike one. Smalley looks in. He's got the sign. The 2-1 curveball. Good pitch by Smalley. Evens the count. His best curveball of the night. The 2-2 to Purcell. Ball outside. Embry takes off, and he's safe at second. So Embry with a stolen base. The pitch was a ball, so the count is full now, 3-2, with DeSavion Cassaway on deck. I like the run there by Embry. I don't think anybody expected him to run with a 2-2 count and 2 outs. So runner in scoring position now for Purcell. Base hit could score Embry. The 3-2 high, and he walks Purcell. That was high and inside of the Indians' first baseman, and DeSavion Cassaway will step up to the plate. Runners on first and second. As Jackson Lucas will pinch hit here.
For Venice, the number 4, Jackson Lucas.
So Lucas will pinch hit here for Cassaway. Cassaway will most likely re-enter the game in center field. Same thing happened last night. So play the matchups here. Lefty on righty. So Embry at second, Purcell at first. And the lefty Lucas up. Runners will take their leads. Smalley has to come to the set. The first pitch is low for ball 1. And Small does not look like the same Pip Smalley we saw earlier in the season. Again, different Indians team at that point, too. The 1-0 is fouled back to the fence, evens the count at 1-1. Two 3-0 for your Indians, 0-2-1 for the Rams. As we pass the 9 o'clock hour here on the west coast of Florida, thanks for joining us here for the district semifinal between Riverview and your Venice Indians. The 1-1 is fouled into the mid of Bowditch for strike 2. At an hour and 10-minute rain delay. But nobody wanted to play tomorrow night. So we're glad we're able to get this one started. As that weather has cooled off the area considerably. The 1-2, Lucas lofts that one into left center field. As they almost collide in left center field. It's Hurt who puts it away for out number 3. So the Indians get 2 on, but no runs across, and we go to the bottom. Power alley, 3, 4, 5 up for the Rams, Wilds, Bowditch, and Backman. And we'll be right back here on the Venice Baseball Network. You're watching the 2022 FHSA Baseball District Tournament game here on Venice Indian Baseball. Bottom of the 4th, 3, 4, 5 up for the Rams, Wilds, Bowditch, and Backman. Facing John Whitney, who has struck out his last 6 hitters. And in the process, has only thrown 26 pitches in those 2 innings. As that one's grounded right to Houston at short. He'll have to make the play. He cannot. He bobbles it. And it's an E6 to start it here for the Rams. He had to go to his right a little bit, but that's a tailor-made ground ball that he could not come up with. As Cooper Bowditch steps in. Unfortunate error puts Wilds with great speed at first. Very good speed in Dylan Wilds. For Bowditch, who singled in the first. As he'll hold that one back for ball one. 1-0 to the cleanup hitter for the Rams. Not really sure what's going on here. Count goes to 2-0. 2-0 count of the Rams catcher. Wild to the lead off first. The 2-0 is a fastball swung on and missed. The snap throw down. And he nearly gets him. Good tough angle to see here. Nearly gets him. Beautiful throw by Deans. A Wild slid in just under the tag. The 2-1 from Whitney is a fastball in the dirt. And he's behind the count 3-1. The first 3-ball count of the night for Whitney. No, Castaway is back in center. So Castaway re-entered for Lucas. The 3-1 from Whitney is a get-me-over fastball right there, and the count is full at 3-2. Currently Sarasota 5, Gulf Coast 2 in the bottom of the second. Thanks, Steve Beachy, for the update. So Sarasota 5, Gulf Coast 2, bottom 2. And Whitney will check over at Wilds. We got ears everywhere, Scott. We got ears and eyes everywhere. The 3-2 once again, and that one's popped down the first baseline. But Choda's got to give chase, and he puts it away for out number one. Wilds will stay at first. As Cooper Backman steps up with one out here in the bottom of the fourth. Backman reached on a fielder's choice in the first. As the first pitch from Whitney is right there for strike one. Oh, and 1 count to the Rams third baseman, who will likely pitch after Smalley's night is done. And Whitney will check on him over at first. Yeah, I was about to mention that, Chrissy. Thanks for reminding me. The Lady Indians softball defeated the Rams tonight 6-0 at Venice High School. Another shutout win for your Indian softball team, as they are on their own road towards the state championship. The 0-1 swung on and missed by Backman for strike two. The 19th win of the season for the Lady Indians. And I'm sure most of them made their way up here. The 0-2 swung on and missed. Strike three. Throw down to first. And he doesn't get him. So another strikeout for Whitney. His 8th of the night. And there's 2 away for the first baseman, Clay Russin. Russin was the first of 6 in a row for strikeouts for Whitney between the second and third innings. And he'll go back over to first. So congrats to the Lady Indian softball team. Continuing on their road. Not sure where they'll play next. They are at Lakewood Ranch. And that'll probably be Thursday. Thursday at Lakewood Ranch. The Mustangs 23-2 on the season. First pitch from Whitney is low and in the dirt for ball one. The 1-0 is that one is driven into right center field. Castaway gives chase, and that one is gone. Clay Russin with a 2-run home run, and it's a new ball game. The third hit of the night for Riverview, or second hit of the night. Third hit of the night for the Rams is a big one. And again, these two teams, their runs 8-4 and 8 against each other this season. And no different now as the first pitch is taken for strike one. That was a drive. The 0-1 is taken high. Count is even now, 1-1. And look, there it is, 2-3-1 for both sides. The 1-1 to Hurd is a fastball high. Count goes to 2-1. And you can tell Whitney's been a little different this inning. Hopefully he's not starting to tire. Got to let that homer go. So 2 balls, 1 strike now to Hurt. And if you just missed it, a 2-run home run by Clay Russin to right center field has just tied the game for the Rams. The 2-1 fastball's there. That evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. The 2-2 foul back to the fence, and we will reset. The 2-2 once again. He misses outside. And the count is full at 3-2. Garrett Johnson on deck. The 3-2 high and outside, and that's ball 4. First walk of the night for Whitney.
The left fielder, number 11.
And there's action now in the Indians' bullpen. That is Nate Winterhalter. 1 inning last night in the win against Gulf Coast. Struck out 1 and got 2 ground balls. Not Gulf Coast, excuse me, Lehigh. So runner on first now for the Rams, for Hurt. And he'll go around on that one for strike 1. 0-1 count now to Johnson. He'll swing full on that one. And Whitney's ahead in the count 0-2. And he'll check on over at first. If you expected anything different, you haven't seen these teams. You haven't been following. Let's put him away here and get those 2 runs back. The 0-2, he'll take off at first, and he's in there safely. Elijah Hurt with a stolen base. Puts a runner in scoring position. The pitch was a ball. Another good throw by Deans, but Hurt got an incredible jump off the pitch. Yes, they do, Michelle. The 1-2 from Whitney, and it looks like it hit the bat, and it did. Johnson trying to play it off like it hit him. But it definitely hit the knob of the bat. And that's not being a Venice announcer. You could tell that one hit off the bat. You could hear it. So we'll stay here. Count stays 1-2. If you got to sell it, sell it. Yeah, LeBron it. Don't half sell it, sell it. If he would have sold that, he's on first base. Looks the runner back at second. The 1-2 from Whitney. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Another K for Whitney. His 9th of the night. But the Rams got it right back on a 2-run bomb by Clay Russin. We're through 4 full. Did you expect anything different? 2 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error on both sides. But for the Indians, top of the order, Houston, Dunn, and Whitney, first 3 up. We'll be right back here on the Venice Baseball Network. You're watching the 2022 FHSA Baseball District Tournament game here on Venice Indian Baseball. Posting pictures from today's event on your social media accounts, tag the FHSAA and we'll retweet and share it. Follow the FHSAA on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat by searching for FHSAA. You can also like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/FHSAA. On the site, you can keep up with teams and people who strive to make high school athletics in the state of Florida the absolute best. That's facebook.com/FHSAA. Back here, top of the 5th, Merrick Houston steps in to lead it off. It's a new ball game, tied 2-2. A 2-run bomb by Clay Russin has made it a new game for the Rams. And it's a 1-1 count now to Houston. Let's check in with everybody watching. Thank you. And he'll foul that one off. Smalley ahead in the count now, 1-2. As that one caught a little bit of Bowditch. So we'll see how Smalley can respond as the ace for the Rams. As Winterhalter was warming down in the pen for the Rams now, or for the Indians, now it looks like Hunter Purcell is up. Purcell, exactly. Purcell could be tomorrow night's starter should the Indians emerge victorious. So, desperation situation here. As Smalley's ahead in the count now, 1-2. The 1-2 curveball. Houston drives it the other way. Merrick Houston with his second hit of the night and fourth hit for the Indians. Puts a runner on first for Nick Dunn. Merrick 2 for 3. Look for the bunt here with Dunn, as runs will be at a premium. And Dunn squares around a bunt. The pitch is in the dirt. He pulls it back for ball 1. Want to know count of the Indians left fielder. Square around bunt again. Smalley comes high and in tight. Dunn backs off. The count goes to 2-0. The 2-0, he'll bunt that one foul, can't get it down. And it's 2-1 now to Dunn. Four hits thus far for your Indians, two of them from Merrick Houston. Dunn trying to get the bunt around. He does. He'll bunt it down the first baseline. Smalley comes off and makes the play. So it's a sacrifice bunt. Sacrifice. He's out 1-3. Houston moves up to second.
Number 2, John Whitney.
So John Whitney steps in. Whitney looking to help out his own cause. Swinging. With Purcell warming in the pen, we'll see how much longer Whitney goes. Was on fire through the first 3, and that 2-run bomb in the 4th has changed it as the curveball is low and gets away from Bowditch. Houston will step. That's a wild pitch. Actually, it hit him. So they're saying it hit Whitney. So Houston actually has to go back to second. So that might be a good break for the Rams, as that would have put Merrick Houston on third with the Indians' best hitter at the plate. So now it's time for Shoe. Runners on first and second. Houston at second. Whitney at first. Shoemaker 0 for 2 tonight. 0 for 1. He grounded into a fielder's choice in the first. As the first pitch from Smalley, Shoe goes around for strike 1. Big hole at shortstop. The 0-1 curveball is low and outside. He'll even the count 1-1. And Smalley steps off. So just 60 pitches. 60 pitches now for Whitney through 4. 9 strikeouts. We'll see if he comes back out for the 5th. If the Indians can put one on the board here, you would likely see, well, you see a new pitcher possibly come in either way. But would love to try and save Purcell for tomorrow night. Should we get to tomorrow night, the 1-1 is high and inside. Count goes to 2-1. So if the Indians could take the lead, he could go to Winterhalter or could go straight to Purcell, but that's a tough call. As it's 2-1 now to Shoemaker, who'll ground it over to the shortstop bar, who goes to first. He goes, only can get one out there. Put out goes 6-3. As Houston moves up to third, Whitney to second. And there's 2 away here for Stephen Deans. If he would have tried to go on to second, Whitney likely would have been safe. This is a huge at-bat. Not just for the Indians with runners in scoring position, but how this could play out with the strategy the rest of the game. As Purcell looks like he's ready, he's coming back down to the dugout. First pitch by Smalley is a curveball there for strike 1. Base hit could score both. Elite speed at second in Whitney. The 0-1 fastball just off the plate. Evens the count at 1-1. Riverview fans don't like it. They've had a battle with the umpire all night. The 1-1 to Deans just misses once again. The pitch before was closer than that one. But it's 2-1 now. And you see that one got Smalley. The last 2 have gotten Smalley as he takes a lap around the mound, showing his frustration. We'll see where he puts this one. Middle in, turn on it. Curveball high. Count goes to 3-1. He's 1 pitch away from loading the bases. Can't see the Riverview bullpen from here, but they likely have somebody warming. The 3-1 to Dean. Swings and misses. The count is now full as he got out in front of it. Big pitch. Smalley comes to the set. The 3-2 fastball foul back to the fence. Deans was on it. And we'll reset. And Houston at third, Whitney at second. Another 3-2 from Smalley, and it's high, and he walks Deans to load the bases. You could tell he was rattled after those 2 non-strike calls. They were close. One was closer than the other, but he got rattled, and then that last pitch was nowhere near the zone as Fulcher will run for Deans. Again, another big spot for John Embry. Big things expected for Embry, and this could really be the start of him. His coach sees a lot in his young third baseman. Very high ceiling for Embry. The first pitch, he'll look at it for ball 1. Yeah, that one was I don't know what they're yelling about that one. That was nowhere near, but I digress. The 1-0 from Smalley. Embry lines that one into right field. Will it get down? And that one pushes foul. Oh, man, that could have cleared the bases. A long strike 1. There's Julie. And Michelle is actively watching. Thanks both for watching. And all those on the Venice Baseball Network. Best viewership we've had so far this season. As it's 1-1 now to Embry. line. If he can turn on it. The 1-1 curveball. Embry goes around. Can't hold it back, and Smalley's ahead in the count 1-2. Smalley looks in for the sign. Bowditch sets up outside. Ball, and he looks at it. Evens the count at 2-2. Might have been a bit high. Looks like a good pitch by Smalley. The 2-2 fastball. Embry grounds it over to the second baseman. That's Wilds, who picks it up and puts it out for out number 3. The Indians load the bases but can't get one across the board. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. We'll see who comes out. It looks like it's Hunter Purcell. We'll head out to the mound for your Indians. It's 9-1-2. Cesar Silva, Chris Barr, and Pip Smalley. And we'll be right back here on the Venice Baseball Network. Posting pictures from today's event on your social media accounts, tag the FHSAA, and we'll retweet and share it. Follow the FHSAA on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat by searching for FHSAA. You can also like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/FHSAA. On the site, you can keep up with teams and people who strive to make high school athletics in the state of Florida the absolute best. That's facebook.com/FHSAA. And this call to bullpen goes to the lefty, Hunter Purcell. John Whitney, 4 innings pitched, 2 runs on 3 hits, 9 strikeouts and 1 walk. That big 2-run bomb last inning by Clay Russin really kind of did Whitney in. You could see it. You could see it, see the frustration get on his face. And now this is an interesting play here, as Hunter Purcell was lined up to be tomorrow night's district final starter, but you can't look for tomorrow night. You got to look for tonight. And Faulkner goes to the lefty, who has been outstanding down the stretch. He's been absolutely outstanding down the stretch. Has pitched in every one of the big games for the Indians. Cavalry, Tampa Jesuit. The last time against Riverview has looked really good. So Faulkner goes to the 6'8 junior. Commit to Florida Gulf Coast University against the bottom of the order 9-1-2 for the Rams. As the first pitch is a fastball called for strike 1. One mistake for Whitney, and that was it. But again, like I said last inning, runs will be at a premium as that one is lofted into center field. Castaway comes in, and DeSavion Castaway with the catch. My goodness. What a... He had to dive straight in for that one. Sports Center top 10. As there's one away here in the bottom of the 5th. If he missed it, that one's rolling possibly to the... Luckily, with the grass being a little wet, it may not roll to the fence, but that one could have been trouble. But DeSavion Castaway, an unbelievable play as Chris Barr takes that one outside. Barr 0 for 2 tonight. Wow. The 1-0 evens the count. It's a fastball right there for strike one. Thanks, Michelle. Hopefully that one didn't blow everybody's eardrums out. The 1-1 is there for Purcell. And he's ahead in the count 1-2 to the Rams shortstop. The long look in from Purcell. The 1-2 outside evens the count at 2-2. The 2-2 is popped into shallow right field. Shoemaker will head over to put it away for out number 2.
The pitcher, number 13, Pip Smalley.
As Smalley steps in 0 for 1. And his first time up against Purcell. Or 1 for 2 for Smalley, excuse me. Singled in the first and then struck out looking in the third. He'll swing on that one from Purcell. Count goes to 0-1. The 0-1 curveball. What a pitch. Late break for Purcell, and he's ahead in the count 0-2. As the umpire will head over to talk to the Riverview dugout, and he's not happy. And there have been a couple of chances, a couple of instances where the fans are justified, but you got to keep it under wraps as best you can. Again, a couple of close pitches, but sometimes that's how it goes. As Purcell's ahead in the count 0-2 to Smalley. The 0-2, Smalley goes up and swings and misses for out number 3. First strikeout of the night for Purcell. And we go to the 6th. 7, 8, 9. Adrian, Purcell, and Castaway, first 3 up. We'll be right back on the Venice Baseball Network. For the latest official news about Florida high school sports, including updated brackets in the 2022 FHSAA Baseball Championships, visit FHSAA.com, the official website of the Florida High School Athletic Association. That's www.fhsaa.com. Catch live and on-demand postseason coverage of Florida high school sports at www.nfhsnetwork.com. Brought to you by the NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA. Smalley's night is done as Austin Harford takes over on the mound for the Rams. With the score tied at 2. Harford pitched in the Rams 4-2 win against the Indians a couple of weeks ago. And now comes in relief of Smalley. Top of the 6th, sponsored by Venice Sports Cards and Collectibles. As it's 7, 8, 9, Adrian, Purcell, and Castaway up for your Indians. It has been a really good one so far. And Hartford not finding the pitch he wants from the catcher, Bowditch, and he'll go out to the mound to talk to him. So 5 innings pitched for Smalley, 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 4 walks. First pitch from Hartford to Adrian is in there for strike 1. The 0-1 from Hartford misses low. It'll even the count at 1-1. Visit Venice Sports Cards and Collectibles online at VeniceSportsCardsCollectibles.com. You can check them on Facebook. You just look up Venice Sports Cards Collectibles. They do live breaks on their Facebook page. The 1-1 is nubbed down the first baseline. Rustin will pick it up and take it to the bag himself for out number 1. As the pitcher, Purcell, steps in, sacrificed Krause over in the second, who later scored a run, and then walked. Was down 0-2 and worked a walk out of Smalley in the 4th. As the slow delivery from Hartford, Purcell fouls it back into the fence for strike 1. Late night with the Indians. We're here in the top of the 6th, 9:42 on the west coast of Florida. As some Major League games have or just started. Rays and A's just got underway in Oakland. And there may be more people here as that one's lined into right field for Purcell. The 5th hit of the night for your Indians. And there's one on for DeSavion Cassaway.
Center fielder number 8, DeSavion Cassaway.
I was just saying there may be more people here tonight watching this game than in the Oakland Coliseum. As we got a courtesy runner for Purcell at first base. That's Brady Shoemaker.
On the pitch run, number 9, Brady Shoemaker.
So Shoemaker in as the courtesy runner for Purcell for the speed-up rule. As Cassaway looking for his first base hit of the night. Look for the bunt here as he squares around, pulls it back for ball 1. And the field umpire overrules him, and it looked like he did offer at it, so that's strike 1. The Rams fans got one to go their way. So 0-1 count now to Cassaway. Bunt sign off, the 0-1. He'll look at the curveball by Hartford in for strike 2. Merrick Houston back to the top of the lineup on deck. The 0-2 pitch, strike 3 looking. Hartford freezes Cassaway, and there's 2 away.
The shortstop, number 5, Merrick Houston.
Cassaway went 2 for 3 last night with 2 singles and 2 runs scored, but unable to take the bat off his shoulder there as he looked in strike 3. Merrick Houston steps in 2 for 3 tonight with 2 singles and a run scored. or a single, a double, and a run scored. Circled the wrong one. Two 5-1 for your Indians, 2 3-1 for the Rams. As Merrick will hit that one foul down the third baseline for strike one. Just off the handle. Oh, and 1 count now to Houston. Harford will look at Shoemaker. The 0-1 is in there. And he's ahead in the count 0-2. If there's anybody out there, if Steve can give us an update on the Sarasota game, that would be great. Even though the score of the game does not matter right now for your Indians in that one. The 0-2, he'll miss high and outside. Count goes to 1-2. The winner of tonight's game will take on the winner of the Gulf Coast Sarasota matchup. Last we checked, or last update from Steve, Sarasota was leading 5-2 in the second. So 1-2 count now to Houston. Shoemaker at first. The courtesy runner for Hunter Purcell. The 1-2 from Hartford as Houston will hit that one foul down the first baseline and well into the parking lot. And we'll stay here. Count stays 1-2. Hartford will take a look at Shoemaker. The 1-2 grounds it foul. And Merrick's battling here. Hartford looking to finish off his first inning of work. The 1-2 grounded over to Barr at short. He's got to go to one. The throw is low. It's picked out of the dirt by Russin. What a scoop by Clay Russin. Put out goes 6-3, and that's it for the Indians at the top of the sixth. We go to the bottom power alley. 3-4-5 up for the Rams. Wilds, Bowditch, and Backman. We'll be right back here on the Venice Baseball Network. You're watching the 2022 FHSA Baseball District Tournament game here on Venice Indian Baseball. 3, 4, 5 up for Riverview here. Sixth. Thanks to Peach Wave Frozen Yogurt for being our bottom of the sixth sponsor. We'll tell you about their promotion they have going on right now. Should the Indians win, the first pitch from Purcell is high and outside for ball one. If the Indians win, you win. Head to Peach Wave West Villages tomorrow and fill up your cup for $4.25. Also part of their No Way Wednesday. It's No Way Wednesday each and every Wednesday, but mention that you heard this on the Venice baseball broadcast when you go to Peach Wave tomorrow if the Indians can finish this one off. Sarasota 10, Gulf Coast 3 in the bottom half of the fourth. As it's 2-0 now, and that one is 3-0 to Wilds with Bowditch on deck. And 2-2, bottom half of the sixth. Bowditch will square around the bunny, pulls it back, and that's a 4-pitch walk. Or, excuse me, Wilds. It's a 4-pitch walk for Wilds. As that'll bring up Cooper Bowditch. 1 for 2 tonight, singled in the first. And action again for the Indians out in the bullpen. So I believe that is Nate Winterhalter warming once again. He was warming before Purcell. But Coach Faulkner decided to go to the tall lefty. So great speed at first with Wilds. Embry will play in on the edge of the grass. As he squares around a bunt, pulls it back, and the umpire calls it strike one. So he didn't pull it back fast enough. The 0-1 from Purcell misses low, evens the count at 1-1. And this is the district semifinal. The winner will likely take on Sarasota. Shall that score remain the same on Thursday for the district championship? And more importantly, if the Indians want to advance to the regional playoffs, this one is a must. The 1-1 is in there for strike two. As the new playoff system with the FHSAA, should the Indians win tonight and not win the district championship, they could still make the regional playoffs as far as rankings and point system goes. They should, actually. Got to get through tonight as Purcell will check on them over at first. So that game does not matter one bit. 1-2 count out to Bowditch. And Purcell will look again. And the third time. Again, congrats to the Lady Indian softball team. 6-0 victors over the Riverview Rams tonight, and will take on Lakewood Ranch for the district championship. That's in Lakewood Ranch. What day is that? Tomorrow, Scott, or is that Thursday? That's Thursday as well. The 1-2 is lined into the left center field gap, and that could be extra bases. Wiles comes around second. Bowditch pulls into second, and that's a double for Cooper Bowditch. And that puts runners on second and third with no outs. Fourth hit of the night for Riverview. And that'll bring up Cooper Backman. Backman tonight reached on a fielder's choice, grounded into a fielder's choice, and then struck out swinging in the fourth. As the first pitch misses well high and outside for ball one to the Rams' third baseman. The 1-0, big swing and a miss. He's ahead of the curve by Purcell. The count is even now, 1-1. So again, no outs. Runners in scoring position. The 1-1, and he can't catch up to it. Count goes to 1-2. One ball, two strikes to Backman. There's the pitch. He'll foul that one just past the right side of the press box, and we'll stay here 1-2. Shoemaker in at the grass. The 1-2. That one's fouled off his foot. And another battle here between Backman and Purcell. Wilds at third. Bowditch at second. The 1-2 again, misses outside. And the count is even now at 2-2. This is a big out as Clay Russon's on deck. Russon with a 2-run bomb off of Whitney in the fourth. The 2-2 swung on and missed, strike three. Purcell second, and there's one away. As a big bat awaits with runners in scoring position, 0 for 1 tonight. But again, the aforementioned 2-run home run that tied this one up. Elijah Hurts on deck. 0 for 1, struck out and walked. As that's the right idea, as they will intentionally walk Russin. Give him the free pass to load the bases. But now is a force at any base. The double play is in effect. And Hurt, again 0 for 1. It's the right idea to take the bat out of the big bopper's hands. As the first pitch misses high and outside, 4-1. Just 10 pitches in the fifth for Purcell. And that now is 17th pitch of the inning here. As the count goes to 2-0 to Hurt. Actually 19 now for Purcell. The 2-0 is there for strike one. 2-1 count out of the Rams center fielder. The 2-1 will square around to bunt, and bunts it foul. And that evens the count at 2-2. And bases are loaded for Riverview. Wilds at third, Bowditch at second, Russin at first. Indians need a ground ball here. The 2-2 hits him on the hand. And that's a run for the Rams as they take the lead 3-2.
The left fielder, number 11.
Purcell came just a bit in, just enough to get him. And the Rams now take the lead. And bases are still loaded. So that'll move Bowditch up to third, Russ into second, and Hurd on first. For the left fielder, Garrett Johnson, 0 for 2 tonight. As Coach Faulkner will head out of the mound to talk to his lefty. And that's it for Purcell, as we'll be right back here on the Venice Baseball broadcast. You're watching the 2022 FHSA Baseball District Tournament game here on Venice Indian Baseball. A long conference down at third base between the umpires and both head coaches. Not really sure what's going on, as Coach Faulkner's a little bit more animated. than the Riverview coach trying to get his point across here. The Rams will have a pinch hitter. It is number 22, Vic Snyder. That is a perfect baseball name with a perfect baseball mullet. So Snyder will hit here for Johnson. And bases were loaded for the Rams. Hunter Purcell, it was a 2-2 count to Elijah Hurt, and Purcell hit him on the hands. Or in the arm, somewhere in that vicinity. And brought home Dylan Wilds as the Rams take the lead. So actually, Snyder is the runner for Bowditch. Snyder heads to third base to run for the Rams catcher. And we do not have a pinch hitter as it's number 11, Garrett Johnson. So for the Indians, Nate Winterhalter takes over on the mound for Purcell. Really tough spot here. One away, bases loaded, now trailing 3-2. Johnson 0 for 2 tonight, has struck out twice swinging. So a ground ball could get a double play here. As there is another arm going for the Indians down in the pen. I believe that's Simon Yoakum. It is Simon Yoakum warming down in the pen. So Bowditch at third, Snyder at third, as that's a bunt down to the first baseman. Purcell comes home, and the run scores. The ball gets away from, and it's another run. He's out at home. So the ball got away from Deans. So Snyder scores for Bowditch. Russin is out 3-2. Hurt goes over to third. Johnson ends up on second, and it's 4-2 now. Yeah, it was an error. It was an error on Purcell. So it's 4-2 now, Rams. As Silva steps in. Silva 0 for 2 tonight. So runner still at third. Runners at second and third. Runners still in scoring position. Try to follow that play. There's a lot going on. 0-1 count out of Silva. The 0-1 is outside, evens the count at 1-1. And according to my inside source, Sarasota has defeated Gulf Coast. The 1-1 is high. Count goes to 2-1. 2 runs in the inning for the Rams. Again, runners in scoring position. The 2-1 misses outside. And Silva's ahead in the count 3-1. The 3-1, a big swing and a miss. And he battles back. The count is now full to the 9-hole hitter for the Rams. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. The pitch is fouled down the third baseline and will stay here. You know, even though that runner's still at third, that was a big out at home. Even though the run scored, big out to get at home. Now the Indians got to come back and put 2 on the board in the top just to tie it. 2, 3, 4, the right guys up for that. If Winterhalter can get the out here, the 3-2 swung on and missed for strike 3. And that'll do it here through 6 full. The Rams now with a 4-2 lead. Dunn, Whitney, and Shoemaker, first 3 up for the good guys, and we'll be right back here on the Venice Baseball Network. Two, three, 4 up for the Indians here in the top of the 7th. Nick Dunn, John Whitney, and Cole Shoemaker now trailing by 2 runs. 4-2 here in the top of the 7th. Last chance for your Indians. Got to get on Harford here quickly. As the first pitch is a curveball in the dirt for ball 1. Got to see some pitches here from the Rams righty. Two 5-2 for the Indians, 4-4-1 for the Rams now. The 1-0 misses inside. Count goes to 2-0. The 2-0. Get me over is there for strike 1. Done with a single in the first inning tonight. Flew out to second and sacrificed Houston over in the 5th. And Merrick was left there as the 2-1 goes to 3-1. Okay, not really sure who that was, but thank you. 3-1 count now to Dunn. The 3-1 misses inside. And the count out, the Dunn draws a walk here to lead off the inning for your Indians. As Whitney steps in, John 0 for 2 tonight, struck out twice by Pip Smalley and then was hit by a pitch in the 5th. So Whitney looking for his first hit of the night. John was stellar through the first 3 2/3, and then the only mistake he really made all night was a 2-run bomb by Clay Russin. But that kind of set off a chain of events where that was it for him. Hunter Purcell came in, and to Hunter's credit, he pitched well, then went in at first base. An errant throw led the Rams to 2 runs in that last inning. 1-0 count now to Whitney. He'll foul that one off his foot, leaving the count at 1-1. And top of the 7th. No outs. Nick Dunn at first. 1-1 count to John Whitney. The 1-1, he'll look that one outside for ball 2. Harford will look over at Dunn. The 2-1 to Whitney is high. And Whitney's ahead in the count 3-1 with Cole Shoemaker on deck. And that'll get the catcher, Cooper Bowditch, out to talk to his righty. It's been very slow in his delivery. And not really, doesn't look like he's seeing eye to eye with his catcher. Second 3-1 count this inning. The last one ended in a walk. The 3-1 to Whitney. It's a curveball in the dirt. And that's ball 4 as Dunn heads up to second. So runners on first and second now for Shoemaker.
Second baseman number 11, Cole Shoemaker.
Yeah, it's been a long one. We didn't start until 8:10, so it's late night here with the Indians as the game is just 2 hours and 7 minutes long. The weather kept us from getting started, but it has been a good one here. Runners on first and second as the Riverview head coach will head out to the mound to talk to his pitcher. So Shoemaker into a fielder's choice in the first, flew out to second in the third, and grounded out 6-3. So big spot here for the senior, looking for his first hit of the night. Base hit could score Dunn. No outs. Riverview leading 4-2. Harford taking his time. First baseman Russon's in on the grass. Shoe shows bunt, pitches low and outside. And the count goes to 1-0. Harford is not. One 0 count out of the second baseman. He shows bunt, pitches in the same spot. Count goes to 2-0. Harford's thrown 12 pitches this inning, 10 balls. Lots of room down that left field line. Can Shoe turn on it? The 2-0 misses outside. It's 3-0 now to Shoemaker with Stephen Deans on deck. Shoe gets on, it'll load the bases. The 3-0 to Shoemaker. It comes inside, ball 4. 3 straight walks. Loads the bases. And that's likely it for Harford. I mean, it's got to be it for him, and that is it for him. As the Riverview head coach will head out to talk to his righty and bring in a new one. And we'll be right back here. If you're watching this and you know someone who's not, they need to tune in on our Facebook or YouTube at youtube.com/Venice High Baseball. Bases loaded, Indians trailing by 2. No outs here, top of the 7th. We'll be right back on the Venice Baseball Network. Buckle up, Indians fans. Bases loaded. Steven Deans heads up to the plate. Indians trailing by 2. Top half of the 7th. No outs. And Sam Clano taking over for the Rams in relief of Harford, who walked the bases loaded. Lots of activity in the chat box. Coach Brian Wheatley, Joey Raffanello. The numbers are pumped up right now. There's Ryan. And Jeff. No, Jeff, we like the pace it's going right now as the first pitch is high, but called strike 1 to Fulcher. Excuse me, Deans, not Fulcher, Deans. And Dunn at third, Whitney at second, Shoemaker at first. First baseman playing in. The 0-1 fastball is low, evens the count at 1-1. Aiden Korn, Regan Jakowiak. Look at them all. Thanks for listening, guys. Former Indians now moved on to the collegiate level. Deans has walked twice tonight. 1-1. The curveball hits Steven Deans. Nick Dunn scores. And again, just like the third run of the game for the Rams, Elijah Hurd was hit by a pitch. And now the Indians are hit by a pitch to cut the lead to 1. John Whitney heads up to third, Shue at second, and Deans now at first. No outs. Again, buckle up. Bases loaded for Embry. Johnny M 1 for 3. As Deans comes off. And Shoemaker will run for him at first. Brady Shoemaker. So we've got the Riverview coach out trying to argue that Shoemaker is in to run for Deans. Lots of Indians in the chat box. Yep, Steve, we mentioned the Lady Indians with a big win tonight, 6-0 over Riverview. A lot of them, I think, came up here to watch the boys finish this one off. And now the chat box is full with messages I cannot post from former Indian baseball players. But I appreciate you guys listening. And again, the Riverview coach not wanting to let it go that Shoemaker's running for Deans, which Fulcher has been the runner for Deans. Now Shoemaker comes off and Cleet Britton takes his place at first. So Cleet Britton will run for Deans. And Johnny M up. No outs. Indians trailing by 1. Bases loaded. Winnie at third, Shue at second. Britton at first. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. And again, there goes Bowditch out to talk to Clano. Runners will take their leads. Corners are in. The 1-0 fastball. Embry takes that one for strike one. Base hit could give the Indians the lead. The 1-1. He'll look at it again for strike two. Cleno's ahead in the count. First baseman still playing in. Embry not shown bunt this at bat. Cleno with the 1-2 curveball in the dirt. Good block by Bowditch. Will even the count at 2-2. Cleno takes his time, comes to his set. And strike three swinging. He gets Embry down on strikes for the first out here in the inning. Still a long way to go for Cleno. So you've got a pinch hitter in for Adrian. That's Jeremiah Pachota.
He can pitch it for Venice. Number 10, Jeremiah Pachota.
Pachota was in right field. So Pachota batting for the DH Adrian, who initially was batting for him. One away here, top of the seventh. First pitch from Cleno misses outside for ball one. The 1-0 fastball misses high, and it's 2-0. Bunt would be big here if Pachota can put it down the line. Strike one. The 2-1 from Cleno misses outside, and it's 3-1. Cleno needs a big pitch here. The 3-1 swung on and missed for strike two as he went up the ladder. Full count, one out. Bases loaded. A ball ties the game. The 3-2 outside, and John Whitney scores. Just missed, and the Indians have tied it.
Number 23, Hunter Purcell.
Jeremiah Pachota draws the clutch walk, and it's a new ball game. Hunter Purcell steps in, sacrifice walked, and then singled in the sixth. as he'll take that first one for strike one. If only could have had that one pitch prior. Shoemaker at third, Britton at second, Pashona at first. The 0-1, that one's lofted into center field. Hurt's got to get under it. Shoemaker stops at third. The throw gets over the catcher, backed up by the pitcher. Wow, what a good job backing that up was Cleno. As if he was not there, Shoemaker likely scores. What a heads-up play by Cleno. Cleno just saved that lead for the Rams. So bases still loaded now for DeSavion Castaway. 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out looking his last time on 3 pitches. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Patient hitting D. Patient at bat here. 1-0 count. The 1-0 fastball is high, and it's 2-0. 4 walks in the inning for the Rams. The 2-0, and he's looking the whole way. Count goes to 3-0. Good patience by Castaway. And the Riverview fans are not happy. That one was a bit closer than the others. The 3-0 fastball is there for strike 1. And they kind of, that was basically the same pitch from the pitch before, so they kind of have a gripe there with that one, but it is what it is. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Castaway. And Shoemaker at third. The 3-1 fastball, same spot, same result. And the count is now full. Three and two, the runners are taken off on the pitch. Cleno with the 3-2, strike 3. Cleno with a big strikeout. Well, the Indians tie it with 2 in the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom. First 3 up for the Rams. Top of the order, Barr, Smalley, and Wilds. Hang on to your seat, folks. This one's about to get exciting. We'll be right back here on the Venice Baseball Network. Coach Faulkner goes to the lefty. Houston win. Now the new ball game, 4-4. Indians with 2 in the top of the 4th, led by 4 walks. Patient at-bats by your Indians. A huge at-bat by Jeremiah Pashota. Walked in the run for the Indians. Walked in the game-tying run in John Whitney. And we go to the top of the lineup for the Rams, Barr, Smalley, and Wilds. Wynn made his first appearance in a long time last night. And now comes out as the first pitch is a bunt down the first baseline. Chris Barr with great speed. He's safe at first base. Chris Barr with a leadoff bunt. And he's in at second. The ball got away at first. Barr heads up to second. My goodness. The 5th hit of the night for the Rams. Puts a runner in scoring position with no outs. That was a tough play for Wynn, as not many were going to be able to get off the mound quick enough to get Chris Barr. And they'll give the intentional pass to Smalley to set up the double play. So Wilds up runners at first and second. Wilds has scored 2 runs tonight. Struck out swinging, reached on an E6 and walked. So Houston's thrown 1 pitch and has runners on first and second. He'll take a look back at Barr. As Embry will play in at third. And they're preparing for the bunt from the 3-hole hitter for the Rams. There's the bunt. The pitch is low for ball 1. The 1-0, he swings away. It's right back to Bassell. He goes to third, and Barr is safe at third. Dylan Wilds is safe at first on a fielder's choice. Bassell tried to get the lead runner but couldn't, and bases are loaded for Cooper Bowditch. Barr at third, Smalley at second, Wilds at first. And Bowditch up 2 for 3 tonight with 2 singles. A single, a double, and a run scored. Pardon me. No outs here, bottom of the 7th. District semifinal. Embry will play in. First pitch is taken inside for ball 1, or strike 1, excuse me. Right on the inside part of the plate. 0-1 count now. And Deans will head out to talk to his lefty. This is a big spot. Again, Wynn has not pitched in a while. He threw last night, but not in a stressful situation. Runners on every base here, bases loaded. A walk or a base hit could end it here, or will end it here. Faulkner will head out to talk to his lefty, and that's it. So Wynn will head to the bench, and that's Simon Yoakum coming out from the pen. We'll be right back here on the Venice Baseball Network. 0-1 count, no outs here. Simon Yoakum in a relief win. Just 5 pitches, loaded the bases. So Yoakum, the Submariner, will face Cooper Bowditch. Yoakum did not throw last night, so he may be the freshest arm and most effective arm at the moment. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the sixth for your Indians, 2 in the fourth, and 2 in the seventh for your Indians, 2 in the sixth for the Rams. So a big spot here for Simon Yoakum. Force out at any base. No outs, 0-1 count. To Cooper Bowditch, 2 for 3 tonight. As Deans will set up outside, Yoakum's got the sign he wants. The 0-1 is right on the outside corner for strike 2. And Barr at third, Smalley at second, Wilds at first. The 0-2 swung on and missed for strike 3 for the first out of the inning.
The designated hitter number 15.
As Cooper Backman steps in. Backman reached on a fielder's choice and then struck out swinging in the fourth and the sixth. Four, 5, and 3 for the Indians. 4, 5, and 1 for the Rams. Shapley warming down to the bullpen. He squares around a bunt, pitches outside for ball 1. One 1-0 count now to Backman. Deansy will go outside. Corners playing in. Bowditch square, the square on the bunt. And it's outside again. Count goes to 2-0. Backman. 2-0 count to Backman. Squared around a bunt both times, and neither time the pitch was anywhere near the zone. Outfielders playing in. The 2-0 misses. And the count is 3-0. Simon's got to come back with a good pitch here. And bases are loaded. Backman squares around the bunt. The 3-0, ball 4, and that's it. The Rams win it with a walk-off walk and head to the district finals tomorrow night to take on Sarasota. A tough way to end it. What a game. What a season. Come back from losing 7 in a row to finish 2 games above 500, or 1 game above 500 at the end of the season. Is no small feat for this Venice Indian 9, but that is it here. As we got to wait for the finals and to see if the Indians can sneak into the regional playoffs.
5 runs on 5 hits and 1 error for the
But again, that's it here as Riverview and Sarasota will play for the district championship tomorrow night. Thank you, everyone, for listening all season long, listening and watching all season long. We'll get with Coach Faulkner in the next day or two and see what the playoff possibilities are, if there are playoff possibilities for the Indians. But again, thank you once again for all those watching and listening all season long. It has been a pleasure to bring you nearly every game here on the Venice Baseball Network, and we'll only be back stronger next year. We got a lot to look forward to on the island of Venice. So for everyone here at Venice Baseball, this is Josh Grant wishing you all a great evening. Thanks for watching.